As the kids in the city. Text no one when you with me. What's up, Stacy? Trying to get this one piece up here, but it won't let me do it. Anyway, y'all see it on the thing. Ciao. Let me tell you something. I had to go through some shit. But by the time I got finished, what the hell, motherfuckers? I told LifeLock I'ma sue y'all motherfuckers if y'all don't get that shit down. And they told me what I had to do. And this is what I'm gonna tell everybody. If you want your shit off of been verified and all of them other apps that be showing bullshit. They said I lived in 29 addresses in 5 cities. I got 11 emails. I'm like, what fucking emails is they talking about? Like, I'm low-key glad old girl tried to go in and try to, do the doxing move, because I went and contacted them. Like, where the fuck y'all get this information from? I went to that email. I said, oh no, we can ready to contact us. Yeah, we can ready to contact y'all. And they said, well, you have to opt out of it. I said, all right. I pushed that opt-out shit. I went back on it. That shit gone. Then I went to all the rest of them and did the same thing. Google yourself. That's a good lesson. Google yourself and find out what the fuck they got on there about your shit. Because half of it is made up and fucked up, and you can always opt out. You just got to contact each and every one of them. That shit will come down in like 24 hours. And I never knew that. And that goes for everybody. You can opt out. You opt out that shit. They making it easy for motherfuckers to dox you. I'm thinking I'm protected because I got LifeLock. What's up, Pound? Hey, girl, hey. If you see on the thumbnail, the motherfuckers got that I had 29 addresses, 11 emails, they took it on. Thanks for the thumb up. I'm glad you did it, because I didn't even know that, they had all this shit on there. I'm like, I called LifeLock. And they said, who was it? I told them. And then they told me what to do. So Google yourself. Put your name in there and see what come up. Because these motherfuckers is making it easy for people to dox you. And dox your whole family. And it's public. It's public. Bird. And y'all follow me over on TikTok, because that's where I be going live at. But I just came over here real quick to pull y'all coat. Google yourself. Google yourself And whatever site got your shit up, you go to the contact us area, right? And you push the, and you, when you get in the contact us part, you go opt out. And when you go opt out, they gonna ask you, oh, wait a minute. You opt out, right? And then they gonna ask you from where. It was just about your book. And look on several of them though. Not just one, look at all of them. Because what one don't have, the other one will. And you go to contact us, and then you go to opt out. Because legally, they allowed to do it until you say you don't want your shit on there. Girl, I was getting ready to go ham on LifeLock. They said no, they can do that. They just can't look at no criminal background checks and all of that, and it's verified and all of that. But I said, God damn. I said, where y'all get this information from? And who is these people? And what is this? I said, this bitch just Googled my motherfucking name. Now she's sitting over there looking stupid in the fuck because you ain't getting none of that from over on YouTube. Now, if you bring your ass over to TikTok, there's a couple of them out there. Been verified. It's a couple of them. I try to put them in my on my community post, but there's a couple of them. Keep looking, because what one don't got, the other one do. They got about 4 or 5 of them out there, but you got to opt out of each and every one. And the lady at LifeLock said they come out with new ones every day. I mean, not every day, often. She said the main ones you gotta go and opt out of them on your own. I was just like, that's some wild ass shit. But I'm glad I got it taken care of. And I'm glad the dumbass bitch did it, because I was like, okay, hold on. What the fuck she looking at? And as soon as I typed up my motherfucking name in there, that shit pulled right the fuck up. I was like, oh, hell no. They out there publicly doxing your whole motherfucking family and letting all the stupid motherfucking doxing ass bitches give them, information about your shit. I don't care what you know. Don't matter. Can't do nothing with none of the information, but the point is that you should nobody be able to look up your name and find all of that out. Old addresses and shit like that. And then some of them is like, wait a minute, hold on. I'm looking at the dates and shit. I said, hold on, motherfucker. I'm gonna live in 3 different places at one time. Girl. But I had to handle that though. And I was like, oh, hell no. Bitches ain't gonna be out there just going willy-nilly on shit. No, you got me fucked up. Now, if she bring her ass over to TikTok, then Houston, we got a problem. But that means you are following me from app to app. I already had an infiltrator try to come in on the motherfucking Discord like I wasn't gonna see it. But you ain't coming in on nothing, infiltrating on a goddamn thing. Get the fuck out. So I'll come over, do my TikTok live, and then I'll come over here in the afternoon if ain't nobody else going live, And I'll do a little bit of something over here just for a second to keep the home fires burning. But actually, if you want to know the truth about it, I like TikTok a little bit better. The reason why I like TikTok a little bit better is because I'm almost at 5K. I'm almost. I need 2K. I'm gonna get it too. Cause now my shit's at like 3,000 and almost 100. So I'm like a whole 10K up from being over here. And I got 30 in like less than 24 hours. Because when you tap the screen, you can tap your own screen and get your own likes up to get your own self in the algorithm. And then it give you a flash goal like they got on here. Nah. And then they don't play all of that bullshit that they play like over here on YouTube. Over there on TikTok, you do some shit like that, you're gone. IP address and everything is done. You're wiped out. They don't play that shit. Not like that. Anyway. See, over here on YouTube, they let people get away with too much and make you go through too much in order to get them done. For real. You ain't got no computer. You can't do shit. You got to have a computer. Y'all, I can't stay on here long. I got to go call my sister. But I just wanted to come over here and give that little bit of information that Google yourself. And if you see something up there and your name come up, go to that site, scroll down, go to contact us. Once you get to the contact us screen, go for opt out. And then they'll send them your email. And you send them the link, like up in the corner, let them know which one it is. And then they'll contact you back through email. And through the email, they'll have you hit a link, say opt out. And then they'll send you an email saying it's verified. And in 24 hours, it'll be taken down. That's for anybody. You do not have to be on no kind of public search place or whatever for people to try to fuck you up. You know what I mean? They automatically doxing people, so it's public record. But the only way you can get that shit taken care of is if you go directly to the site. Google yourself and see what happens. And don't just look at one site. Look at all of them. I'm going to put them all up on my community post so y'all can check them out. Yeah, but I'm glad the dumbass did that because I was like, oh, let me go look. Mystic Soul, what's up? What's up, Mystic Soul? Hey now, hey. How are you? Girl. Everywhere. Yes, I know who this is. You know I know who it is. Man, chilling. Getting myself together. Incognito. Incognito. Oh my God. Go ahead and do your thing. Incognito. Lady Marie. Hey, happy Juneteenth, y'all. Happy, ignore the wildebeest. Ha, 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 ha. Migrating wildebeest at that. Migrating wildebeest. You got to get me on TikTok. You got to come over on TikTok. Under Sugar Delights, same name. I go live over there in the mornings now. Yeah, and really, for real, you know, what I like about it over there is, well, they strict now, right? You got to have your face up in that camera. Now drop some Juneteenth knowledge. Okay, all right, you want me to drop that Juneteenth knowledge? Hold up. Juneteenth was created because the Emancipation Proclamation that made the slaves free, right? Everybody was free. Every single state was free. The slaves was free. But in Texas, a distinguished gentleman and a couple of gentlemen was taking a train ride, and as they going through the hills and byways and highways, they still seen slaves out in the field picking cotton. So, thank you, Bird, I got you. Picking cotton. They said, hold on. Why they still out in the field picking cotton? Distinguished gentlemen's riding on the train. And they said, well, wait a minute. Do they know that they ain't got to do this no more? Right? So they in Texas. They go over to the courts in Texas. And they say, wait a minute. Y'all ain't told y'all people in Texas that they free. The Lone Star State. Don't mess with Texas. So they didn't get freed until 2 years after the rest of the states were already free and the slaves was ready to go. And Texas didn't get freed until 2 years after the Emancipation Proclamation. So that was on June 19th when Texas had to drop the knowledge on that day was free. So Juneteenth is our 4th of July, our Independence Day, not the 4th of July, right? That's quote unquote my white man holiday. But our 4th of July is Juneteenth. That's when every state was free, and Texas was the last state. That's a big ass state. That means they had them Negroes on lock. They had kept the news away from them, everything. People didn't even know they was free. They still was in the fields picking cotton. I said, now ain't that some shit? But that's what Juneteenth is about, in case people didn't know. And they still keeping their boots on our necks. You ain't never lied. You ain't never lied. And then there's a whole lot of shit that they had temporarily signed off on, but nothing was ever in concrete etched in stone, like our right to vote. You know that was on the table. They had to amend that shit because we wasn't going to be able to vote if they didn't sign off on that bill. They did temporary sign off on shit just to quiet everybody down. There's a lot of shit that they have not signed off on as far as equal opportunity for blacks. There's a lot of it. It's still there. I shared something on my community post, and I think I'll share it again. My sister was up there talking about all of the stuff that they still got left on. There's a bunch of stuff on there. Women. Let's go there. Minority women. They got some bills on there they got bills on there to make us not be able to make as much as a man. I'm talking about African American females. It's still on the dockets down there, not signed completely off, temporarily signed. but not etched in stone, not with the seal of approval, not with the stamp and all that shit on it. No, they got to go back to the House. Okay? They got to go back to the House of Representatives. They got to go back on Capitol Hill and then sign that shit off because it's only temporary. And if y'all didn't know, they removing books from the school. What's up, Joshua? What's up, baby? Happy Juneteenth. They're removing history books from the schools that talks about our history. They want to rewrite the history, you understand what I'm saying, and act like shit that never happened. You know, they want to whitewash it. No pun intended. They want to whitewash it. They want to wipe it away, rub it away, saying that ain't what happened. They don't want to say about Plymouth Rock landing on us. We didn't land on it. It landed on us. They ain't talking about all of the other shit, the women's right to vote, the women's rights to whatever the hell shit is. You said your grandfather had the Black Encyclopedia. Remember when they was going, hell yeah, the Black Encyclopedia. See, they trying to wipe away the history. All right. Now they can't do it with the Holocaust. Okay, the Holocaust with the Jewish people, how they had them in them damn prison camps and workhouses and shit. See, with us, they was hanging us every time we didn't want to do something. Right? But it's very sad when you think about what Juneteenth mean, that they had them black people in Texas enslaved for 2 whole fucking years. It wasn't until them distinguished gentlemen was riding on that train and seen them in them fields picking that cotton. With the overseer still there cracking the whip on the back. They was still handcuffing or tying them up to whipping posts and beating them down to the white meat. They was still enslaving the niggers, or whatever the hell you want to call them. Check it out. No lie, no joke. That's exactly what's going on. If you don't believe me, check it. Fact check. Check me. Who gonna check me, boo? Check me. There's a bunch of them. There's about 5 or 7. 5 to 7 bills on there concerning minorities, concerning women, concerning a lot of shit. Like it's a pause thing. They ain't took it away, but they ain't made it concrete either. Used to be comic books on black historical figures too. Yeah, there used to be a bunch of them. It's very sad that a lot of people think that Juneteenth is something totally different. Okay, now here we go, y'all. This is what comes up when I Google myself. This is what old girl was looking at. All right? Look how I say over there, y'all. 3 people are related to this person. A residential history of 29 addresses, 5 cities, and now live in East Pittsburgh, PA. 13 phone numbers. The phone number's out there. That's an old number. In addition, you can get in touch with Michelle M. Hamlin via the 11 email addresses found. Now let's go there with it, because I'm telling you, I went on ham status. First of all, this Texas address, totally wrong. The Webster Avenue address, totally wrong. Her Street, totally wrong. Only thing that's right up here is Emard Street. How long they say I was there? From 2002 to 2018, right? So how was I living in Texas 2017? How was I living in 2013? How was I living on Her Street? How was I living on Webster Avenue from 2001 to whatever that is? How? That means I lived at 3 places at one time. See? That's what I'm saying. If I want to dox myself, I can dox my motherfucking self. You understand what I'm saying? But it's for educational purposes because guess what? People need to know. Okay? People need to know. Google yourself and find out what's going on, y'all. Because people, if they know your government name, they can go and look up your shit. And no matter how inaccurate it is, they got people up on that motherfucker I don't even know. But y'all know that's a desperate motherfucker. Anytime you sitting around trying to figure out how to look up somebody's shit. But at the end of the day, I put my own shit out there because the shit's inaccurate as hell. I was like, what the fuck is y'all talking about 11 emails? What 11 emails? I've had Sugar Delight since 2000 and motherfucking, since Gmail came out. They talking about 29 cities and 29. I lived in 30 motherfucking different houses. Get the fuck out of here. I'm 62. That means I only stayed in each house for 2 years. Come on, man. Goddamn. The only thing that's accurate up there is the townhouse. I'm like, y'all motherfucker, well, y'all got that shit right because I sold that bitch. 2018. They got that shit right. That other shit. One shit, that's my cousin's crib. She sold that motherfucker years ago. So what the fuck is it doing there? I'm like, oh, none of this is right. Some right, some wrong. It's inaccurate. That's why I'm like, nah, if you gonna dox my bitch ass, dox me correctly. But you can't fault nobody for looking up your shit if they got it up there and it's public knowledge. These motherfuckers got a lot of shit with them because they're actually doxing people on the public. They put all your shit out there, motherfucker, match your shit up. You know, never know what could happen with crazy motherfuckers. You know what I mean? That bitch is crazy, so you never know what's going on. But just Google yourself, y'all. It's Juneteenth. Google yourself, find out what's going on, because these peoples is crazy out here. And they got a lot of ways to get it. So it ain't just one place that you got to look. You got to look at all of them. Anything that come up with your name, go right up in that motherfucker, contact us. Email them motherfuckers and tell them you want to opt out. And they will take your shit down in 24 hours. I'm trying to tell you. That shit'll be down. And if it ain't down in 24 hours, then that's when you go and get you a lawyer. You sue them bitches because you asked them to take it down. I got to get out of here, y'all. It's raining. But I will check y'all out. Catch me on TikTok in the morning. TikTok in the morning, y'all. I will come over here for just a little while just to keep the home fires, going. But make sure y'all pick me up. All right, I'm out of here, y'all. Peace out.